I noticed that some people, when they're growing, like their age is increasing, they be like, oh my god, I'm getting older. My youth is over. Hey there, Shakespeare. Hold it right there. Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful time, feeling awesome. I have a question from you. How long is youth gonna last for? Is it going to be, for example, when you turn 30, your youth is over? When you turn 50, your youth is over? When is youth even going to last? I understood that youth is eternal. Now, let's talk about it. First, I've encountered many different types of people. For example, there was somebody who was 60 years old, look as if they were 30. I've seen people who were 30, but they look 20. People who were 20 look 30, 40 years old, looking even 60 years old, whatever. And I got to this point that age determines nothing. But there's something. Oh, also, there are people who are 20 and look 20 and 30 looking 30. But anyway, the thing is, age determines nothing about you. Just because, for example, a majority of those in 20s look the same doesn't mean that you're supposed to look like them, or the majority of people being in their 60s doesn't mean that you're going to be like them. Like, honestly, the only factor that would allow age to decide for you how you should live, how you should look like, how you should be, is only you. Like, if I ask you, is age just a number? Your response is going to determine how you are going to be when you grow older. And now, let's analyze this question. How old are you? Like, how old are you? For example, if I'm 20 years old, I've been old for 20 years old. Like, I've been old for 20 years? Or like, I've been on Earth for 20 years. Well, honestly, it's just the amount of time that you've been on Earth, and the amount of time that you've been on Earth never ever determines how you should act, how you should look, how you should be. Any of them, none of them. Like, everybody has different personalities, everybody has different starting points, and everything is different for everyone. Like, we all have our own individual path. So who said that just because a certain other person is living like this in their 20s, you're supposed to live like that too? You know, what I'm saying is, don't be afraid of the fact that your age is increasing, because the only thing that's happening is the anniversary of your birthday coming. And birthdays are so precious to me because they're like the anniversary of the year, like of the time that we all came to Earth. And it's really beautiful for me. I don't know about you, but that's all birthdays have to say for me. Just appreciating the person for being alive, appreciating the person for growing, evolving, and leaving. Just that, nothing else. You know, I have an uncle. I wish I could show him to you, but due to privacy, I wouldn't. That, like, if I showed him to you, you would think that he's the same age as me, but hey, he's in his 30s. And what I've learned of him is to only act the way, number one, the way that you want, and second, act in the way that the moment offers you. Like, sometimes the moment requires you to actually be serious, to actually be gentle. Those moments you shouldn't act childish. And there are moments when you can be childish, when you can be playful, when you can have fun. Those moments, why would you lose this opportunity of having fun, of being happy, and creating a whole new memory? You know, what I've understood about mostly people looking like their age or not is they decided how they want to look. And they decided whether they age is going to determine how they should look, how they should live or not. And usually those who look younger than their age are those who just want to leave, who don't care about their age. They just want to be the way they want. Same goes for those looking older than their age. You know, I've noticed, like, it depends. For someone, it's an insult to look younger than their age. And for someone, it's an insult to look older than their age. but it depends on the person. Like, I noticed that some people, when they're growing, like their age is increasing, they be like, oh my god, I'm getting older. My youth is over. Hey there, Shakespeare. Hold it right there. Who said that just because the number is increasing, your whole life is changing? You change your life. Tomorrow you can decide to live a different way. Tomorrow, if you're, for example, you lose your health, you're going to be just like a 60-year-old person. Or no, not 60, like 90-year-old person. It's you who decides how you want to be. Like, your age has no power on you unless you give it. And yeah, until now, I told you that age is just a number. But age is also a reminder that life is not promised. But also, honestly, it's not even a reminder for that life is not promised. You know why? Like, my uncle, when he turned 40, I told him, hey, uncle, I'm turning 20. I've overcome this fear of turning 20. I used to be afraid of it, and now I don't care. Honestly, age is just a number. Congratulations, and blah, blah. And he told me that, yeah, true, but age is also just not just a number. It reminds you that you are approaching the year that you're gonna leave Earth. And back then, it sounded like rational to me. I was like, you're right, but hey, even that one is not true. Even for that one, age is just a number, because people die in their 20s, people die in their 90s, people die in any age that they're, I don't know, maybe destined to die. So doesn't mean that just because, for example, you're turning 50, that's the moment that you should be thoughtful of living today to the fullest. I think, personally, that we all should live today to the fullest, and always remember that our health is not promised, that tomorrow is not promised. The people that we are going to see today, we never know for how long they're going to live. And the opportunities that are knocking the door to us are not always going to be knocking. Oh yeah, new opportunities will come too. But if you don't want to regret losing the opportunity that's knocking right now, just catch it. Just live today to the fullest. Okay, you might think to yourself, oh gosh, I could have done better. Okay, you could have done better. You didn't, so do better now. Like, all we've got is now. As simple as that. And I can understand those people who are afraid of, for example, entering their 20s, 30s, 40s, or whatever. It's because they have some different ideas of how it's supposed to be. And as they're approaching it now and they see that they're nothing close to what they had imagined, they get disappointed. But who knows? Maybe, for example, if you imagine yourself to be a certain thing when you're 20 years old, and when you turn 22 years old, you live it that way. Nobody can determine time. Nobody can determine the year that you, for example, are going to get to something. You never know what happens, and you only know what happens when the thing happens. If you take it as simple as I'm saying it, honestly, you wouldn't be dwelling on past anymore. You wouldn't be worried about future, meaning no more stress and no more anxiety, because you're just going to be living today to the fullest and catching every opportunity that today has to offer to you. Hey, me and my cats are here, wondering if the reasons that I mentioned are actually true for you too, or if you've got any other different reasons to be concerned about the increase of your age. Be free and let me know. Just because somebody, for example, is living your dream life in their 20s, or for example when they're 22, 21, or even 19, and you're now living it and you feel like you were disappointed in yourself, feeling not enough about yourself, hey, you are not in their shoes. You didn't live the life that they lived. You never ever had the personality that they have. You don't have that mindset. You don't have their parents. You don't know what they've gone through that they're here, and you don't know when they started. And obviously you haven't started when they had started. So if you can start now, start. You never know when it's going to actually work out. Maybe it works out the day after you start. It's different for everybody. You only know what happens when you try. So I know that I'm saying it so simply. It's because I've worked on it. I understand if you're afraid of it, or you feel like the more your age is increasing, the older you're getting, whether you're in your teenagehood, whether you're in your 20s or 30s or 40s. For everybody, it's understandable. And just because, for example, somebody else is living more happily doesn't mean that you can't. Or just because that somebody has achieved some certain things, amazing things, doesn't mean that you can't either. Actually, when you see that something has happened in someone's life, it's a guarantee that if you want to, you can create it too. So remember it, and never ever allow your age to limit you, but just be free. And whenever your birthday comes, appreciate yourself for living and being alive, because hey, it's the anniversary of the time you stepped into Earth. Earth without you wouldn't have been as amazing as it is now. The world does need you, and that's why that you're here. And once you fulfill whatever the world needs with you, you're gonna maybe leave and go for the next level. Otherwise, they're both interesting and amazing. So yeah, I hope that you also be able to live a regretless life, and always remember that youth is eternal, and you decide for how long to be young, playful, and enjoy life. Even when you're 90 years old, you could be running. There are people in their 90s doing workouts better than those in their 20s. So just because you're a certain age doesn't mean that you should act a certain way, look a certain way. Just be you and embrace the you-ness, because the you is unique, and there's only one of you on earth, and there's a specific path for you. So keep going on it, keep taking steps towards whatever you want. Have your faith, have your hope, and make sure to water your youth. Okay? Thank you so much for coming this far in this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Mwah!